Hello. If you're watching this video, you have a severed line. What you're going to need: Phillips screwdriver. If you happen to have a power screwdriver, that's going to make it much quicker. Can you go get a hammer, an old book, or a piece of wood, some super glue. That should do it. All right, first, let's take off the ice brake. 2 screws are going to release it. These 2 screws on the stainless steel plate is going to release this. Now there's a spring underneath that, and set those screws so that you have them again. There's a small spring that's going to come up with this. Make sure you grab that spring. You're going to need that later on. We'll set that off to the side. Now, I'm going to use the power screwdriver just to speed things along a little bit. But there are 5 more screws that you're going to need to take off the top of this housing. There we go. Now the top plate is ready to come off. The steel rod is pressed in place, so we're going to have to tap on that. You can tap directly on it with the hammer if you can aim well enough. And there, I've popped it off. If you have trouble hitting that lip, you can set a book in there. This is high density polyethylene. It's strong. All right. Now, the internals, don't let them fall out. Hold them together. You can set the top. Now notice my rewind spools. There's 4 of them in here, and they have shifted a little bit. This extension, this tab on the back, goes into this depression in the housing. So I'm going to realign those and set those back in there before I go on to the next step. See how they're back in there. Now, one of your lines is cut. Note which line that is. We're going to take, I doubt it's the top line. It's probably one of the 2 bottom lines. We're going to take this top rewind spool and set it to the side. Make sure that the orientation is correct. All right. The next spool down, I'm going to grab that with my finger. If you can't get it with your finger, a little screwdriver will grab the edge, pull it up. That one is not the one that's cut. I'm going to set that next to it. Same orientation. They're going to be easy to put back in. Okay. All right. The next one is the one with the cut line. Let's set that off to the side. Comes like this. All right. Note the position that you just pulled the line that was cut out. It goes in this direction. You're going to notice, you can take this off. You're going to notice that there's a washer preventing this from rewinding in. There's a loose end here. Thread that loose end through the empty hole. Set your rewind down in place. Don't take that washer off yet. You're going to need to find the hook and the magnetic clip from the line that was cut. Cut. You need to get a knife or a sharp pair of scissors are going to work. Oh, I didn't mention that you needed a pair of scissors or a little knife. There, we've got that done. All right. Next, don't hook the hook yet. You need to take your magnetic clip and thread. See the magnets sticking out the top? Take your replacement line, thread it down through the far hole, back up through the hole right next to the magnets. Pull a little line through, thread that line through the hook, give yourself an inch or two of line, and simply tie an overhand knot in it. Try not to leave too much extra space. All right? Now, I'm going to tell you before you super glue, make sure that that line is through the slot, hooked up, magnetic clip first, then the hook. Nice tight knot. You are now ready to add a drop of super glue. Drop of super glue right where that knot is. This line is a very slippery line. That knot is not going to hold if you don't super glue it. Then you can take your scissors or your knife and trim that. Give it a few seconds. Give that super glue a few seconds to cure. Then you can take your washer. Notice the knot that I have. All you have to do is unhook that knot. It's a double overhand knot. And that line is going to come free of that washer, and then it will rewind back in. All right, that replacement spool is set. Now look at the next rewind spool, the next hole up, and you'll notice that if that line is going through a hole to the right, make sure that you orientate this next spool so that the line is coming out that way. You don't want it coming out the wrong direction. Simply put that tab into the receptacle in the back there, replace the top spool. All right, now we are ready to put the top back on. Align this rod with the hole in the very back. You should be able to squeeze it down with your hands. Yes, there we go. All right. You can put the 5 screws back in the top. Be careful not to over tighten these. My electric drill, I've got it set at 3. If you're hand tightening them, just a little bit of smugness. I'll hand tighten that last one just to show you. That's good right there. They'll hold nicely. All right. I was having trouble finding one of the screws for the ice brake. Note, these magnets will grab anything. If you happen to have trouble finding one of your screws, check the magnetic clips. That's probably where it's at. All right, next, drop it through that hole on the bottom. Put your spring right there, then take a look at the bottom and get that point going through that bottom hole. Please note, the point on the ice brake needs to point towards the front of the product. I'm going to bring that up. Otherwise, the ice brake will not secure itself to the ice. Notice that the pointed part of the ice brake is toward the front of the product. All right, set it just like that. There's going to be a slight up pressure. Line up those screw holes, drop in your screws. Tighten those down. Again, do not over tighten. You'll feel this. You can snug them up. Couple fingers tight. All right, I'm just going to check that ice brake to make sure that that is working, and it is. All right. You're set to go.